Yo, what's going on, guys? Fortune Mesh here, and I came back with another video explaining another beautiful trade today. So today we took a shot going lower. First attempt failed because stop was just above the new opening gap, but it took another one after we closed, right after we closed below the first presented FVG that formed yesterday. We took a shot there, took partials at the relative equal lows, aiming for the London high. And I'll do a quick breakdown on how I took this trade. Let's get into it. So let's start on the daily for a quick update. This is what I wanted to see. I've been sharing updates from Sunday of where I want to see price go to, and I'm leaning bearish for the sell side liquidity. And as I explained yesterday on a video updating for the daily chart, we had we have this suspension or order block and we're still trading into it. ICT posted just a few hours before the market open that we should grade the current suspension block, and I graded it. And I did leave a comment under his post that I don't want to see the candle close above this 0.875. And yeah, this is what I wanted to see for the day. I didn't want to see price go higher. I wanted to see price manipulate higher to lead people to the wrong side and continue low. And that was what I was expecting. And I didn't want to see the candle of, the body of the candle just close inside this volume imbalance that we have here. Then going into the day, I wanted to see if now price can reach to this volume imbalance here to offer sell side, and that's why I had a bearish bias for the day today. And let's go to the lower time frame to explain how we took the trade. To the lower time frame, this is what we had. Remember, today it's Wednesday, but we are having NFP. The reason why we're having NFP today is that we had a delay due to the US government shutdown. So last week we were supposed to have NFP on Friday, and unfortunately we didn't have one, and we had it today. So this is how you actually approach NFP days. You do not trade NFP. Like ICT always says, NFP stands for not for professionals, which is really good. Um we do not rush for the excitement of trading the NFP. We wait for the movement to happen. So the reason why is that the unpredictability comes from the fact that um, NFP is a time where the market makers and large players can manipulate price, often creating the two-stage move, an initial move which was just here in one direction, followed by a reversal to trap traders on the wrong side and then move the market the other way, which is why ICT causes a second act, and ones that you can have a consistent approach to trading NFP. So in this case, we avoid what happens during the 8:30 to see where price goes. And as for me, what I wanted to see is this stage of manipulating people higher, thinking they should continue high even at the market open. But it doesn't work like that. Most of the times, you want to see price go to the opposite direction of where you want price to go to. So in this case, I was bearish for the day, and I liked to see it go high like that during the 8:30 news release and continuing till the market open. As you can see right there at 9:30 a.m., the candle continued going higher. This gave a lot of people excitement that this thing should continue high or could continue high, but it doesn't work like that. This is why I had my first attempt just right there after I saw this forming, taking out the buy side liquidity just right there and continuing lower. When we closed below or beneath the new day opening gap that formed on the 4th of February, we had an FVG there and I had my trade just right there. The only mistake that I made here is that I put my stop above the new day opening gap high, of which I wanted to see this act as resistance, so I didn't want to see price now close above that high. But the most correct stop loss should have been just right there. Then my trade would have been safe. But we saw price now reject a bit lower, going inside that first presented FVG that formed yesterday. and reacting on it, going higher to revisit the current first presented FVG. And we saw that happen, took me out. Okay, that had our lie, but we moved. My bias was correct. I knew price should continue lower. So here I had to wait to see if we continue much lower, and that happened. But I had to wait to confirm that we are going lower. What I waited to see now is if we trade below the first presented FVG that formed yesterday. And when I saw that happen, I had my trade just right there after we closed on the first presented FVG that formed yesterday. Then, as you can see, this is why I entered right where it closed. The body of the candle closed just right there. I had my entry just right there after the close of the first presented FVG that formed yesterday. And we went a bit lower, reacted higher into what the first presented FVG. Once we close below it, I want to see it now act as resistance, and we saw that happen. Nice reaction. The bodies didn't close inside this first presented FVG, and we saw it broke lower, taking the relative equal lows where the NFP formed. You see that this looks like it was formed, because why did they leave the relative equal lows just at the 8:30 news release, which was NFP news release? This looks planned. By the way, it's probably random. And we saw price break lower. We left this 3 consecutive up close candles, came back to react to them. And what do we have there? An FVG, nice reaction. The body's respecting the FVG. Then we broke lower, taking out the relative equal lows and running to the London low. So yeah, that's it about today. I still think price should continue lower on the higher time frame, and hopefully we take it more lower tomorrow, and that happens. And yeah, if you made it this far, I thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to comment, like, and share. Also subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can just ask at the comment section. Thank you for watching, and be safe.